obviously you're chasing greatness, the 175-pound division. This is your second fight. Do you see a full career ahead for you at 175, or are you just focusing one fight at a time and trying to avenge the loss to Bivol first, whether you think the future after that?
Pues la verdad es que mi peso me siento mejor en las 168 libras, pero como te digo, vamos a ir y vamos a ver todo porque sí queremos esa revancha.
So my most natural weight, my most comfortable is 168, and that's where I feel best. So we're going to go and see if we can, we're going to take on this rematch.
Una pregunta aquí. Para Canelo y otra para Don Reynoso. Ganaste contra Kovalev. ¿Puedes comparar la experiencia entre las dos peleas? Y Eddie, ¿puede hablar, por favor, de las diferencias entre la preparación de las dos peleas?
Pues la diferencia es de los estilos. Kovalev es un peleador que iba más al frente, trabaja más las piernas y creo que igual es un peleador más técnico, un peleador que trabaja muy bien su distancia y siempre lo dije en las entrevistas que es un peleador complicado, un peleador de los mejores que saben utilizar su distancia y creo que es un buen trabajo.
So I think, can you tell me about the fight? It's a question for both Eddie and Canelo. Can you tell me about the Kovalev fight that you had, the difference and the different way that you prepared for that fight? And Eddie's answer was, it's different because we're talking about different styles. Kovalev is someone who he's a front foot fighter, good footwork. Bivol is more of a technical fighter who looks to manage distance in a different way. I said before the fight that it was going to be a tough fight, and because he's a fighter that uses his distance really well. So that was the difference between the two fights.
Hey, Canelo, straight back. Hey, Rayfield. My question for you, Canelo, is even though you say you're going to have the rematch with Dimitri Bivol on your next fight, two things about that. Do you think that at any point you'll reconsider that, maybe talk to Eddie about going through with the Triple G third fight anyway back to defend your titles at super middleweight? And also, do you think you would be back in September for that next fight, or would you want to maybe take a little bit of a longer break?
Yeah, we're going to go to see what's next, to talk about it, and we'll let you know.
So no commitment then that you will definitely fight Bivol next?
Eso es lo que quiero, eso es lo que pasa por mi mente ahorita nada más, pero iremos a casa y veremos qué es lo que viene después.
Can you translate that?
Yeah, so this is what we want. We'll see what happens in the future. We just have to wait and see what's going to happen.
And just one more question, Canelo. What will you do tomorrow?
Play golf, I think.
So, does this hurt as much as your defeat to Floyd Mayweather?
¿Ah?
Does this hurt as much as your defeat to Floyd Mayweather?
¿Duele tanto como la derrota contra Floyd Mayweather?
No, la verdad que me siento muy bien, con la frente en alto, di lo mejor de mí, busco otra categoría, di lo mejor de mí, trato de buscar retos importantes para mi carrera fuera mi zona de confort y me siento muy bien, me siento orgulloso de lo que estoy haciendo y con la frente en alto.
So, no, I don't feel that way. I feel like I can come out of this fight with my head held high because I gave the best of me, a different weight class. I'm looking for challenges in my career that take me out of my comfort zone. So I'm proud and I'm feeling good.
Before now, Golovkin had been your biggest rival. Do you think this is the rivalry that will now define your career?
Could be.
So, the judges had you 4-0 up after 4 rounds, meaning that after the other sort of rest of the fight, you'd only won 1 round. Just your thoughts on that?
Sí, en los primeros rounds los jueces ya tenían como 4-0, pero después aparte de ahí solo ganaste un round. ¿Cómo ves la decisión?
No tiene sentido, pero it is what it is.
Canelo, Carolina Sports, right here. You were light on the ropes a lot. Was that part of the strategy to try to get him to come inside? Because it seemed like you were on the ropes a lot, letting him, just giving him kind of a distance that he wasn't coming in the way it seemed like you wanted him to?
Sí, no, me quedaba en las cuerdas, me sentía cómodo ahí, bloqueando y quitándome golpes, obviamente para descansar un poco.
No, I felt comfortable on the ropes. You know, I was there and I was able to, you know, to take shots and to block them, and I felt really comfortable there.
Saúl, la última vez que perdiste fue en el 2013, como bien comentaba mi compañero. Ahora, ya que tienes más edad, ¿qué tanto ayuda la madurez que tienes para asimilar esa derrota?
No, como te digo, con la frente en alto, estoy buscando en otros pesos. Obviamente retos importantes para mi carrera y en otros pesos, fuera de mi zona de confort. En mi peso gané todos los campeones, ahora subo a otra división. Como te digo, me siento bien y lo hice muy bien para mí. Como te digo, gané con la frente en alto y no me avergüenzo de nada, me siento orgulloso de lo que estoy haciendo.
So the question was, the last time you tasted defeat was in 2013. Now you're older, does that maturity help you to overcome this defeat? No, I feel good. I feel like, as I said before, I can keep my head up. I'm looking for challenges in different weight classes, so I'm looking to make big steps and do huge things in my career outside of my comfort zone. So I believe that I did well and doing things outside my division, and as I say, I thought I won. So there's no shame in doing what I did. I'm proud of what I've achieved.
Sure.
Hi, Canelo. I just spoke with Dimitri Bivol and Vadim just now, and they said that the only way they would go through with the rematch is if you renegotiated the terms that they initially signed to, because they just did it for an opportunity. Are you willing to do that?
We'll see.
Mike Coppinger, ESPN. Canelo, you said earlier that you were a little tired of the late rounds, and it kind of showed. Do you think that was because of the added weight? I mean, you said your 160 is your best weight, and do you think that hurt you in the fight, the extra weight?
Dijiste que te sentiste un poco fatigado por el peso en los manos. ¿Crees que fue el motivo de esto? ¿Fue el peso que estabas?
Quizás sí. No lo sé.
Maybe it was, I don't know.
And also, obviously, you had barely lost a round since the Gennady Golovkin rematch in 2018, and you're cruising past all these really good fighters. Do you think it's going to make you an even better fighter now, having to go through a rematch, try to avenge a loss? It's going to push you to new heights?
Sí, obviamente desde la pelea con Triple G 2008 casi no pierdes un round y has ganado fácilmente, pero de hecho que tuviste que trabajar mucho hoy significa que vas a aprender mucho, vas a ser un peleador mejor.
Sí, siempre me aprendo y siempre me gusta aprender de todo. Hoy aprendí mucho y lo voy a mostrar en las siguientes peleas.
Yeah, I always like to learn from things. Today I feel like I learned a lot, and I'm going to show you this in the upcoming fights.
Lastly, obviously there's a lot of talk about the PBC side with Charlo and Benavidez. You said you didn't want to fight those guys because they didn't have a title. And in hindsight, I guess, do you feel comfortable knowing that you took on the toughest challenge and went toward the fire at a higher weight against, who's considered a better fighter?
Sí, obviamente, hablamos un poco de la charla de PBC. Charlo, Benavidez, que dijiste que no querías esa pelea porque no tienen títulos, pero pensando en esta hora, ¿piensas que fue la decisión correcta ya de buscar esta pelea, más difícil?
Sí, era lo que queríamos y como te digo, me siento orgulloso de salirme de mi zona de confort y buscar estos retos importantes para mi carrera.
Yeah, as I said before, I think it's really important, for me to get out of my comfort zone and look to take on these challenges in my career.
Radio Rahim, you said that you believe you won the fight now. During the fight, was there any point in which you thought you might be behind on the scorecards?
No.
And if you had known you were behind on the scorecards, would you have fought any differently?
More aggressive.
Canelo, un mensaje para México. México estuvo paralizado, como dicen, y los perros salieron a las calles. ¿Qué mensaje le dices del corazón? Porque tú lo dijiste, yo represento a México y México tiene que estar contigo en las buenas y en las malas.
Pues que así es esto, se gana, se pierde, pero con mucho orgullo represento a mi país, hice lo que tenía que hacer, hice lo mejor, di lo mejor de mí, con mucho orgullo lo hago, vamos a regresar más fuertes y que gracias por todo su apoyo.
¿Qué mensaje sería atreverse aunque sea difícil?
Así es, siempre hay que buscar más y sin miedo al éxito.
So the question was, can you give us a message to people in Mexico? Because obviously Mexico's completely paralysed, people watching this fight, and you said as a good Mexican, you represent them. Can you give a message for them? My message is that, this is boxing. You win, sometimes you lose. I gave the best version of myself, and I'll come back stronger, and I'm pleased to have your support with me.
Guys, that's all the questions. Thank you very much for your support tonight, and thank you, Sal.